What's up, guys? It's your boy JohnPick with Sharp Bets DFS, and I'm back with another video to help you make money on Prize Picks, Better, Sleeper, Chalkboard, Underdog, and many other platforms tonight. But first, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss any more of our videos that we put out on a daily basis. And be sure to check out that pinned link in the comment below. That's where for either $14.99 for VIP, that's 50 cents a day, or $29.99 for VIP Plus, that's $1 a day. You'll find a Patreon link that'll get you instant access to our Discord. Now, in the Discord is where you're going to find all the tips, advice, players to tail, tickets to tail, anything and everything you could possibly need to succeed on Prize Picks, Better, Sleeper, Chalkboard, Underdog, and many other platforms tonight. So, boys, the hot streak continues. On fire. Not a sweep last night, but another 3 of 4. The only one that missed was our demon, right? Hey, took a shot on it, didn't work out, that's okay. What I'm going to be doing for you tonight, though, or for today, for tonight's games, boys, we're doing a full flex slip for you. That's right, I'm giving you 6 picks for that ass. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. Let's go check out the picks, right? We're going to be going over to Outlier and taking a look at the evidence for said picks and, get them locked in, boys, before it's too late. It's Flex Friday, so you know damn well they're going to be bumping these things as quick, or just removing them altogether as quickly as they can. So let's go. Now, let's start off with, we've got a huge slate of games tonight, right? 15, I believe it is. So just about everyone's going to be out there on the field tonight. Lots and lots of plays to choose from. I found 6 that I really loved, and I'll show you some of the reasons why I love these plays, right? Let's go ahead and start with the earliest game first, and let me make sure I'm not lying to you. Okay, so the earliest game is going to be the Reds versus the Rays. Now, I'll tell you, first off, Randy Arozarena was going to be one of my picks, but they took him away because that man's getting traded, right? We're coming up on the trade deadline on the 30th. That's in only 4 days, so expect a whole lot of shakeups when it comes to the MLB lineups that they have out there, right? People are going to be moving. People are going to be getting benched because they've got in someone better, whatever it may be. There's going to be a lot of movement going on, period, end of story, right? So apparently that deal is not quite finalized yet, but either way, they don't have the props up for Mr. Arozarena anymore on Prize Picks. Therefore, we're just going to go ahead and rock and roll with what we found and what we love, right? Number 1, Elly De La Cruz over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. There's a few reasons I love this. Number 1 is look at what this man just did against Atlanta. 7, count them, 7, lucky number 7, HRR. Just last night, or a couple nights ago, against Atlanta. Absolutely killed it. I mean, Jesus Christ, guys. 3 hits, 3 runs, an RBI to boot. Holy shit. This man is tearing up the diamond out there, right? Love it. Game before that, a couple nights before that, had himself 4 with 2 hits and 2 runs. Against Washington, only got himself 1 hit, but the game against Washington before that, 1 of each, right? 1 hit, 1 run, 1 RBI. And then, of course, his 5th back couldn't get the job done with only 1. So looking at his last 5, you're looking at 60%, 3 out of 5. Last 10, you're looking at 6 of 10. But as we all know, guys, Elly De La Cruz is capable of going off at any moment and going nuts and doing something like he did right here a couple nights ago against Atlanta, right? He's up against a I forget what pitcher was on the mound there. But either way, Atlanta has some good pitchers. They have some good people up on the mound. So, hey, for him to dominate in that way, I love his chances against Boz tonight, right? Shane Boz for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays is who I call them because that's their name. People didn't like Devil. So lame. We're going to go ahead and call them the Devil Rays, just like the Washington Redskins are the Washington Redskins, right? We're not worried about being PC here. Fuck that. Elly De La Cruz against right-handed pitchers, which is what Shane Boz is looking at a 274 clip, right? Batting at a 274 clip, which is better. Obviously, he bats better against right-handers. He hasn't done quite so well. He's a switch hitter. Keep that in mind. So he'll go lefty against right-handed pitchers and go righty against left-handed pitchers. That's the optimal matchup. That's what we want to see. Now, he doesn't have any history against Boz in particular, but as you can see here, guys, Stevenson and India, the two Reds players that do have history against Boz, yeah, looking pretty solid right there, right? Tyler Stevenson batting 1,000 with 1 home run and 2 RBIs in 2 at-bats. Jonathan India in 2 at-bats, batting 500 with 1 home run and 2 RBIs. So, look at this OPS right here. Holy shit. 3,500 OPS. That is godlike. That's god tier OPS, right? So that's not to say that Elly De La Cruz is the exact same players as these guys. Elly De La Cruz is very prone to strike out, that's for sure. But with Shane Baz only having a 7.9 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched, and the rest of the lineup on the Reds being able to just belt it out like they have, I don't see Baz dominating any one of these guys on the Reds team. It's just as simple as that. I think Ellie's going to be in a great spot to get all 3 of what we need him to get: hits, runs, and RBIs. So it's kind of crazy to me that they're offering this at 1.5. I wouldn't be surprised at all to find out that it bumps. Therefore, I'm going to shut up and move on to the next play because I want to get this out as quickly as possible so you guys can get in on this value, right? Luis Arraez. A little bit tougher of a matchup with him against Grayson Rodriguez, who's been fairly decent this year. Pretty solid pitcher for the Orioles. One of the better in the league. However, we're talking Luis Arraez, right? What this man does is get hits and score. Get around and get runs for the San Diego Padres. If I'm not mistaken, he will be leading off. He's usually in the leadoff spot, even though he's not the fastest guy on the field, which typically in the leadoff spot you want speed, elite speed, right? Arraez is such a good hitter that his lack of speed is just nullified. It doesn't matter. They want someone to get on base. Getting on base is the most important thing for the leadoff guy, right? That way, the number 2, number 3, your cleanup guy, all those guys can knock that person in. Boom. Luis Arraez is the perfect guy to get you a single, a double leading off, whatever it may be. This man gets the job done. Now, we've got him for fantasy score over 6.5. As you can see in his last 5, green motherfucking beans against Washington. Got himself 12 against Washington. The game before that, 14, boys. And then only 5 against Cleveland in their last game of the series. But before that, 14 and 8. So, bam, just killing it. Absolutely killing it. 80% in his last 5, right? So, again, let's kind of speed through this. I want to make sure that you guys are able to lock all this in. Luis Arraez over 6.5 fantasy score, right? Big hitter. Big bat, not big hitter, but elite hitter. Elite at the plate. If you guys don't know who Luis Arraez is yet, man, you probably shouldn't be betting on baseball. Holy shit. Either way, so let's go over what we got so far, guys. That's Elly De La Cruz over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Luis Arraez over 6.5 fantasy score. Next up, we got Jose Iglesias over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Took him not too long ago. He cashed for us. Hoping he can do the same tonight. Against Charlie Morton, who has pitched well this year, but what I look at is matchups in particular, right? What this person has done against that particular pitcher. Now, if you come down here and look, Outlier is so awesome because it has all these amazing tools, right? So, Iglesias against Charlie Morton, in his history, they have just these two guys up against each other because, of course, we're not playing the, over-under on the total team score or anything like that. We're playing individuals. We want to know what the individuals are doing against their individual opponents, right? 2 plate appearances, 1,000 batting average with a 1,000 OPS, right? 1 hit, hey, what do you want? The guy gets the job done against Morton. And then also look at the fact that Morton, his ERA against right-handed batters is not so great. Not so great at all. He's kind of one of those opposite guys where, typically a right-handed pitcher is going to do better against right-handed batters. Not necessarily with Charlie Morton. He's a little bit different, apparently. So his ERA on the season so far is 3.92, but against right-handed batters, it's 4.5. Ouch. Yikes. With a batting average of 250, right? Which is pretty darn good. Gives up at least 1 home run per 9 innings pitched. with an on-base average of 322. So doesn't give up a lot of walks, but he does give up hits, does give up home runs. Fully expecting Jose Iglesias to take full advantage of that. We love his chances to get that tonight. So let's take a look at their heat maps. Another amazing feature. So out of all of Charlie Morton's pitches, he likes to pitch against right-handed batters in the bottom right corner the most, right? So what you want to look at is that's where he normally throws. By far, he throws to that right corner, that bottom off the base, away from the bat, right? 308 is the man's average, Iglesias, in that area, right? Boom, baby. The stars are all aligning. I love it. The odds aren't fantastic, according to Vegas, but I don't really care. We've proven them wrong time and time again. So there you go. Basically, so far, we got Elly De La Cruz over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Jose Iglesias over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And Luis Arraez over 6.5 fantasy score. Let's move on to the next. We've got Brent Rooker over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. This man has been on an absolute tear. It's unbelievable how well this man's been hitting. He's got another great matchup tonight against Carson Fulmer of the Angels. I watched the game last night. They were the latest game happening last night in a very small slate, so I paid very close attention. And, the guy just gets the job done, man. It's not all hype with Brent Rooker. He's the real deal, boys. The real deal. Gets the job done. I don't know what else to say other than he rakes, man. He rakes. He's unbelievable. Now, let's take a look individually against... well, why didn't they have that there? That's weird. But either way, Brent Rooker against Carson Fulmer, 4 at-bats, a 750 average. Holy shit. That means basically, out of 4 at-bats, he's gotten 3 hits. He rakes on Carson Fulmer. Let's go. Lock it in. Do I really need to say much more? I don't think so. So let's move on. In the interest of time, we're already at 12 minutes here, so let's rock and roll. Next up, Corbin Carroll over 1.5 run, right? Are you going to pull up? Jesus. So in his past 2 games, bam. In his last 5, 3 out of 5, so that's good. That's more than less. 60% in his last 10, and 70% in his last 20. So as you can see, boom, green motherfucking beans. And then even more green motherfucking beans. That's what you want to see, is a jump up in percentage. That's crazy. So, again, let's look at what... he doesn't have any history necessarily against Ortiz, who is pitching on the mound for Pittsburgh. But Carroll being I think, if I'm not mistaken, he is the leadoff guy, or he's not. I think he's moved out of the leadoff spot. But either way, he's very high up in the lineup. Therefore, he gets more chances than some of the other guys in the lineup to get those runs scored, right? That's what we need, is for him to just score 1 run tonight against Pittsburgh. I love it. I think it's very possible. Let's lock it in, right? Last but not least, we have Mike Yastrzemski. So yes, any baseball fans out there know anything about baseball, know baseball history, Yastrzemski is a historic name in baseball history, right? Now, Mike absolutely is related to Carl Yastrzemski, who is the man that made the name famous, right? Now, he's not just there because he's a legacy, right? He gets them hits, boys. So, Yastrzemski, only need him to go over 0.5 bases tonight, total bases. He's a left-handed batter. He's up against Kyle Freeland, who is a left-handed pitcher. But here's the deal, right? So that's not the optimal matchup necessarily. As far as history, 3 out of his last 5, and then 8 out of his last 10, and 12 out of his last 20. So all positive there. That's what we want to see. But again, matchups individually matter. I've said it a million times. The person who's batted the most, or has made the most plate appearances or at-bats against Kyle Freeland, who Colorado has on the mound tonight, is Mike Yastrzemski. And guess what, boys? Out of 17 at-bats, he's almost at a 500 average. That is fantastic. Fully expect that to continue tonight. I see no reason whatsoever why this man cannot get the job done against Kyle Freeland. Although Freeland has pitched well against San Francisco in particular, as you can see here, only a 3 ERA, which is great, and only a 1 whip. That's fantastic. What you really want to see is under 1, but right at 1 is pretty damn good. However, let's look again. Yastrzemski in 17 at-bats, batting almost 500, and does not strike out at almost a 5% strikeout rate. That's fantastic. That's what you want to see, single digits in that strikeout percentage, right? That's all we got, guys. Let's move it on over to our Prize Picks app. So just hit that button. It's as simple as that. Boom. Moves everything over. Looks like we don't have any bumps yet or removals. That's fantastic. That's what I want to see. I'm using this as my Flex Friday. You guys are welcome to, tail everything. Tail or fail. That's what I always say, and it's absolutely true. But if you're not feeling comfortable with any one of these picks, take a couple off. Make it a 4-man. Take 4 off. Make it a 2-man. But, it's up to you guys. I love these plays. I show you the evidence as to why I love these plays. I say lock it in, right? Let's go. Grow a pair and hop on that wagon with me, boys. Let's go. Let's get this money, right? Let's get this money. So, all that being said, let's go back over to our sponsor screen, and then I can let you guys go, right? So, as you can see, guys, I got a little bit of a new setup. Got some new goodies out here. We got the J.J. Watt jersey that we added in. We got my personal favorite, the Jackie Moon jersey. Love you, Jackie. And, of course, your signed baseballs up here. Astros hats. The Topps baseball tin thing that I got from a garage sale. Pretty freaking amazing. I love it. Either way, hope you guys like the new setup. Made the things here a little bit smaller so you could see some of the goodies that we got up there, some of the swag, right? But let's go over our sponsors real quick. I'll shut up, right? Sorry about that. So, we've got 4 sponsors for today's... I'm sorry, 5. 5 sponsors for today's video. All of these sponsors do have links that are both in the description as well as in the pinned comment below, right? Go check it out, guys. Outlier is the one that we just used to provide all that evidence, showed you all those amazing tools and options they have on there. What are you waiting for? If you do this prop betting thing, you guys have to have that. I mean, you really you need that. If you want to succeed, it's going to help you, guaranteed, right? Didn't even mean for that to rhyme. That's just how much of a pimp I am. Now, Outlier. Again, link is in the description as well as in the pinned comment below. Make sure you use that link, and when you do, you'll get yourself a 7-day free trial to that amazing tool. What the hell are you waiting for? Let's go, right? Next up, we got DGF Opto. Use our promo code SHARPBETS and get 25% off your monthly subscription to that amazing tool. Then we got Better right over there, BETR. Use our promo code and get a 100% deposit match up to $100, right? Down below, Sleeper, same thing. I know the graphics a little bit outdated. Sorry about that, but get up to $100 deposit match when you use our promo code SHARPBETS. Last but not least, over there, we got Chalkboard, 100% match up to $100 when you use our promo code SHARPBETS. Now, if you use that promo code on any one of those, Better, Sleeper, or Chalkboard, send me a screenshot of the wallet page where you deposited at least $20 and used our promo code. Make sure I can see the date and that it says SHARPBETS on there and it's the wallet page where you already deposited. I will get you in the Discord absolutely free, right? You're going to send that screenshot to my email, JohnPick@sharpbetsdfs.com, right? Now, all that being said, forget all those. The most important thing you need to do is join the Discord, boys, right? $14.99 for VIP, $29.99 for VIP Plus a month. I promise you will not regret it. We're really turning up the heat in there. We're really getting some dubs. We brought in some more people to put out tickets and to get you guys even more dubs than we were getting before, which was plenty. But as far as the value, guys, come on now. $15 a month, and you win one 2-man off of $5 that's from one of our guys posted, you've already won your money back. Do you need a fucking calculator? Come on. A link is in the pinned comment below. Join the Discord, all right? Let's go. I hope to see you there. Good luck tonight. Happy Flex Friday to everybody. Weekend's upon us. Woo! Woo! Yeah, baby. Let's keep the winning going, right? We're on a real hot streak. Hopefully that can continue. Hopefully I didn't overextend myself with putting out 6 picks, but I really do love all 6 of them, right? So I'll shut up. Good luck tonight, guys. I'm JohnPick with Sharp Bets DFS. Let's get that money, son.